So the customer is ordering 2 mobiles and 1 laptop at the same time. Okay, so they will generate one PO number, but the item number is different here. Okay, for the mobile they will generate one item number 1, and the laptop they are generating the item number 2. Okay, so this is for customer purpose. Okay, and coming to the company purpose. Okay, so based on this PO they will generate one SO here. Okay, the document number SO number is different here. Okay, 9999 is the document number. Okay, for the both items, the document number is same. Okay, so after that one I have to deliver, the company guys have to deliver the product to the customer, right? So at that time they will generate one billing. Okay, they will generate one billing number, billing details. All right, so billing number 1922. Okay, 1922, item number 1. Okay, so this is billing item. Okay, this is the billing item number 1, and here mobile only 1. Okay, mobile only 1 here, and here 1923, item number 1, and this is the lab 1. Laptop 1 and 1924, item number 1, and this is the mobile one more time. Okay, so at present I don't have 2 mobiles, I have only 1 mobile, and I don't have laptop also. Okay, so what I will do, I will deliver one mobile first. Okay, I will deliver one mobile first. So I'm generating one document number for 1922, item number 1. Okay, item number 1, and here I will maintain. Okay, I will maintain sales document number also. Sales document number is 9999. Okay, and the item number equal to 1. Okay, item number equal to 1, and the 9999, the item number 2, and 9999, item number 1, like this. Okay, so this is the billing document number they are generating, item number 1. Okay, item number 1, but what is the reference here? Okay, the reference equal to sales document number, right? So sales document number, what is the sales document number? 9999. What is the item number? 1. Okay, so here 9999, item number 1, and what is the quantity here? Only one quantity here. 2 quantities are there. Okay, 2 quantities are there, but I am delivering only one mobile as of now. Okay, so for that one only I am doing one billing here. Okay, and next day I will generate. Okay, I mean some laptops came to my godown. Now I have to dispatch this laptop now. Okay, so now I will generate one more billing here. Okay, 1923, and item number equal to 1. Okay, this is the billing purpose, billing reference. Okay, so what is the reference here? This reference equal to sales document number. Okay, sales document number 9999, the sales document number. Okay, same thing I am taking here. And the item number, what is the item number in the sales? This is the second item. Okay, item number 2 passing here. And how much quantity I am passing? Laptop 1 passing. Okay, and the next day one more mobile came to the godown, so I have to dispatch that one. Okay, so one more time I am generating one more billing here, 1924. Okay, and the item number equal to 1. So at present, so this is a fresh billing. That is why I am taking item number 1. And the what is the source here? Source is the sales document number 9999, and item number 1, and mobile 1. Okay, maybe the business will go on like this. Okay, if they have 2 mobiles, they will pass 2 mobiles at a time. Okay, but stock is not available, that's why I am delivering one material at a time, and second material I will dispatch the second day or third day. Okay,
sir, I have a doubt.
yes
Sir, here we are passing the SO number, right? As soon as we pass the SO number, the data will be loaded, or shall we have to fill manually?
Which data? This data, billing data?
this item number, quantity, and yes, billing data.
We have to maintain manually. So the transactions are there, right? For the sales document number, VA01 transaction is there, right? So for the billing also,
Yes,
VF01
sir.
transaction is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if they execute the VF01 transaction,
That in that, if there the S1 number, will the data which is number, will it load in it or shall we
sorry, I am not able to hear you properly. Your voice is breaking. Can you ask me once again? Hello? Okay, so this data, how they will enter the data here? Okay, so first of all, VA01. Okay, so VA01, they will enter the data. I mean, they will enter the laptops too, and I mean, laptop on mobiles too. Okay, I mean, material number, quantity, and who is the customer. So this all information uh, they will enter and they will save the data at a time. So the data will save in the tables VBAK, VBAP, like that the data will save here. Okay, so now I am delivering this material. Okay, at that time they will generate, I mean, one billing document number and one delivery document number. Two document numbers they will generate. Okay, coming to the billing, the transaction code is VF01. Okay, VF01. Here they will enter the sales document number and item number. Okay, they will enter the sales document number and item number. At that time automatically it will display. Okay, it will display how much quantity is a sales order, like that. Okay, and coming to, and after that one, something billing information will be there. So at that place they will enter how much quantity we are billing now. Okay, quantity number 1, material number something, and they will click on save button. At that time one document number will generate here. Okay, one billing document number will generate. Okay, that is the functional thing, or end user guys will do that one. No, the data will come automatically here. Okay, so in the VF01 transaction they will give the sales order number. Okay, automatically all the data will come here. I mean, how much material we have to how much material we have to deliver, I mean, which material we have to deliver. This all information it will contain. It will automatically, it will come. Not required to enter the customer number, material number, and the quantity. So these all things not required to enter. With quantity we have to enter manually. Material number will come automatically here. Okay, that is the functional things. So they will do that one. Okay, coming to the program. Where is this one? All right, here only, right? So here I am taking on sales document number. This is the VBAP data. Okay, document number equal to 4970 and item number 10 I am taking here. Okay, and I am passing this data to billing VBRP. This is a VBRP data. I am passing AUBL as the 4970 and item number 10. Okay, for the single document, for this single document, they are generating three billings here. Okay, 3 times they are delivering, 3 times they are billing. Okay, so if you see here, what is the quantity here? KWMENG, right? KWMENG equal to 5 here. I think 5,000, like that it is coming. But same thing, it is displaying 3 times. Okay, 3 times they are generating. This is the dummy data, means this is the development data for testing purpose only, right? So multiple duplicates also available here. Okay, multiple duplicates also available here. That is why they are generating 3 times. This is the practice purpose. Okay, this system is for practice purpose, but in real time it should not be like that. Okay, so the data will be perfect there. And here the KWMENG in the sales document number equal to 5. Okay, and coming to the VBRP here also 5 is coming, but same file they are generating for 3 times. Okay, 3 times they are generating. Okay, no problem, no problem. So this is the test data, right? So no problem. I will go to the program now. So this is the way. Okay, so the sales document number we have to pass to AUBEL, and the item number we have to pass to AUPES. Then I will get the billing document number, item number, and the quantity here. Okay. Okay. The same thing I'm doing here. Okay, so first of all, I paste the sales information, VBAP information, and after that one, I'm passing the data to the VBRP. Okay, the VBRP AUBEL is there. Okay, AUBEL equal to IT VBAP VBELN and AUPYS is there. Okay, so AUPYS is equal to IT VBAP Postner. Okay, this is the link fields here. Okay, link fields, and here for all entries I'm using. Okay, for all entries I'm using here. So before that one, we have to check if that for all entries internal table is not initial. Okay, is not initial. This is a mandatory thing. Don't forget about this one, if condition. Okay, so if you are using for all entries, then we have to check that one. Fine. Now I have to merge these two internal tables into single internal table. Okay, I have to merge these two internal tables into single internal table. Right. Now what I will do? These two are the item tables. Okay, VBAP and VBRP both are the item tables only. Now what I have to do here? Okay, so first of all, I will take the sales information because there is a source here. Okay, that is the source table. So I will loop the VBAP internal table, loop at IT VBAP into work area VBAP. Okay, fine. Into loop. Okay, into loop. Fine. I'm looping the IT VBAP and I'm into work area VBAP. Okay. Now I have one final work area. Okay. I have one final work area, that is WA underscore SO underscore bill, I think. So I will check that one. Exactly that one only. Okay. And here I have one document number, SO number. Okay. Double click on this one. Okay. SO number and billing number, bill number, right? So SO number equal to work area VBAP VBELN. Right, this is correct only, right? So S1 number equal to work area VBAP VBELN and SO item equal to Postner VBAP Postner. Okay, and material number and VBAP Matner, and here KWMENZ, and here also KWMENZ. You can take your wish. Okay, here SO number I am taking, SO item number I am taking, here material number and quantity, SO quantity. You can take any name here in the final structure. Okay, now this is okay, fine. Okay, this is okay, fine. Now, so for the single sales document number, so 4970 is coming here, right? In the input I will take. Okay, so for the single document number 4970 and item number 10, I am getting multiple billings also. Okay, I'm getting multiple billings also. Here read table, it won't work. Okay, read table won't work. If you take read table, then what will happen? Only first record. Okay, only first record it will take, but I want to take 3 records here. Okay, I want to take 3 records here. Okay, sorry. So I am taking one sales document number, but for only one sales document number, it is containing 3 billings here. three billing document numbers it is containing. So if I take read table syntax is for only one record, reading for only one record, right? So if you want to read multiple records, then what we have to do? We have to take loop statement here. Okay, loop statement. Fine. So I'm getting one sales document number here. Only one sales document number I'm getting here. So for the single sales document number, I can get multiple billings, right? So I will do here one more loop. Okay, one more loop at IT VBRP into work area VBRP. Okay, work area VBRP into work area VBRP end loop. Okay, so first of all, I am looping the IT VBAP. Okay, I am looping the IT VBAP. This is the item table. Okay, so first document number came, first item number came. So for this first document number and first item number, I want to loop the IT VBRP here, because IT VBRP is the item data. Okay, it may contain 2-3 fields also. Okay, it may contain 2-3 fields also. Fine. Here I will give one condition where AUBL equal to, okay, work area VBAP hyphen VBLN and AU POS equal to work area VBAP hyphen post now. Okay, I'm giving something condition here. I'm looping the internal table. Okay, I'm looping the internal table IT VBRP, and now I'm giving the condition here. If the document number equal to sales document number, this is the this is the sales document number, right? So if, sorry, I will show you the debugging, otherwise it will be confused here. Okay, first of all, I will fill the data. Okay, I will go for debugging, then you can understand that one. But before going to that one, I have to call the transaction, right? I have to call the function module. So here, the internal table name is IT, this one. Okay, so I am going for user comment. UC is the form, right? So form UC is there. So where is the form UC? Form UC is coming here. Okay, form UC is coming here. I am double clicking on something sales document number. At the time, I am getting the value here 496 and something value is coming. So I am passing that value to one variable LB underscore BBELN. Okay, and here I am taking one more perform. So in this perform, I am getting the total information. Okay, sales item information and billing item information, and I am merging all the data into one single internal table. I'm getting all the data here. And after that one, I want to display the, I want to fill the field catalog. Okay, I want to fill the field catalog here. Okay, so I'm filling the field catalog for fill fcat s4 bill. Okay, s4 bill. Just double click on this one. Click on S button. Perform. Perform. Double click on it. Now I'm saving this one. So where I'm saving this one, I'm saving the fetch data. Okay, and here I will declare, work area fcat so underscore bill. So I didn't declare that one till now. I will declare that one. Okay, work area fcat s for bill hyphen field name. Field name equal to BBLN. Okay, and work area fcat hyphen s for underscore bill underscore hyphen column position. Column position equal to 1. Work area fcat underscore s4 underscore bill hyphen cell text underscore m equal to something sales s1 number. Okay, now append work area fcat so underscore bill to it fcat underscore so underscore bill, and clear work area fcat underscore so underscore bill. So now I will declare this work area fcat as bill now. Okay, first of all I will take internal table it fcat so bill type list underscore t underscore field cat underscore alb, and work area fcat underscore so underscore bill like line of it underscore fcat underscore so underscore bill. Save it, activate it, click on back button, save it, check it. Activate it. Okay, this is for one field only, but in real time we should not feel like this. Okay, we should not feel like this. So what I will do, I will write here one more perform. Okay, and before that one, okay, I will write. So perform. Okay, perform form name equal to fcat so bill. Okay, using BBLN and S1 number. Okay, double click on this one, click on S button, fetch data. So in the debugging you can get to know about that one. How I am writing the code, you will get to know in the debugging.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, here two times here we are calling the function module two times, sir.
Yes. Yes. Where for this one, right? So for the first screen, I am using one function module. For the second, I mean screen number 1. For this one also, I am using same function module. Not getting.
Okay, sir.
So
I'm
if you
getting,
want,
sir.
sorry. Okay, now I have activated the program. I'm executing the program here. Okay, here I'm giving something number 4980. I'm giving and click on execute button. Something data is coming here. Sorry. Okay, so the data is coming here. I'm double clicking on something number 4977 here. Okay, I'm double clicking on 4977. Okay, if you double click on 4977, it will check in the function module. Okay, it will check in the function module, is there any event internal table or not. Okay, fine, one event internal table is there. Okay, event internal table is there. So in that one it will check, so is there any user command event or not, because I'm double clicking here, right? So it will check there, is there any user command event is there or not. Okay, so user command event is there. Okay, in that internal table user command event is there. And so the it will check, so which form is handling that one. Okay, which form is handling that one, that form will come, right? So just double click on the number here, so directly it will go to the form. See here, uc is coming here, form uc is coming here. Okay, and if you check here, what is the field name? Field name equal to VBELN. I am double clicking on VBELN only, right? So it will go inside of that one. And what is the work area hyphen value here? The work area hyphen value equal to 4977 here. Okay, 4977. Now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on F5 button, it will come inside of this if condition. Okay, if condition, and here uh, clearing LVVB I'm taking, fine. Click on F5 button, I'm passing the value here. Okay, LV underscore VBELN, I'm passing something value here. And here I am getting something billing and sales information here. Okay, sales and billing information here. If I click on F5 button, it will go inside of this perform, right? Click on F5. So it is going inside of the program. Okay, it is going inside of the sub program. And here one select query is there. Someone is asking question. Fine. So I'm clicking on F5 button. So ITVBAP, if you see here, ITVBAP 4 records are coming here. Okay, for ITVBAP 4 records means this is the item data. Okay, this is the item data 4977, item number 10. What is the quantity? Quantity equal to 1. Okay, and the 20 item, quantity equal to 2. And item number 3, quantity equal to 1. Item number 4, quantity 1. Okay, fine. Now what I'm doing, I'm passing the sales document number and item number to VBRB table to the AUBE and AUBOS. Okay, click on F5 button. If you double click on IT VBRP, and here also 4 items are coming. Okay, here also 4 items are coming. Means this is the 4977. Okay, 4977. Item number 10. Okay, item number 10. Where is FKMC? Okay, fine. Okay, 4977 and item number 10 and the quantity equal to 1. Okay, quantity equal to 1. If you compare with ITVBAP, just double click on ITVBAP, take the screenshot for this one. Where is the screenshot? This is a screenshot, right? Now what I will do, click on back button, and here ITBBRP is coming. So if you check here, okay, so this is the ITBBAP data and this is the ITBBRP data. Okay, so sales document number 4977, right? All are 4977 only, right? So you just check here. Okay, here also AUBL is coming. AUBL equal to 4977. Okay, 4977 only. I mean, only one sales document number is coming, and item number 1 to 40, 10 to 40. Okay, 4 items are coming, and here also same 4 items are coming. Okay, I'm not checking billing document number here. I am just checking sales document number and item number. I am cross checking with VBRP and VBAP. Okay, fine. Now, what is the quantity for 10? Quantity equal to 1 here. 1 is matching here. Okay, on the second item in the sales document number, quantity equal to 2 here. Okay, same thing here also 2 is coming. Fine. On the 30 and 40, 1 items are coming. 30 and 40, 1 items are coming. Means, so for the single document number, they are generating one single item only. Means at a time they are dispatching all the material. How much they are ordering the material, all the quantity they are dispatching at a time. Right. Now what I will do, I will change this one here. Okay, here 2 things are coming. Okay, uh, 2 items are coming here, right? Okay, I will change this one. Okay, I will change this one in the back, in the debugging. I am not changing in the table level. Okay, I am changing in the debugging. Okay, this will work for this execution only. Okay, if you execute the program once again, it will come like this one only. Okay, the quantity will be 2 only, but I am changing this one to 1 now. So here 1 is coming. Click on enter button. Here 1 came now. Now what I will do, I will here I will insert one more row. Okay, here I will insert one more row here. The document number will be the document. I'm changing the document number here. Okay, I'm changing the document here.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you insert it again, sir?
Okay. So first of all, I will delete the data from the IT VBRP. See, the class will disconnect in 3 minutes, but the class will extend up to 10 more minutes. Okay, 10 to 15 minutes. I will extend the class today because this loop statement is coming here, right? So this loop statement, I have to change the code once again here. Okay, some parallel cursor technique, one technique is there. I have to use that one. Okay, so the class will extend for 10 to 15 minutes like that. So I'm going here. Once again I'm executing this one. So how to execute this one once again? So already the cursor is at 249 line, but I want to execute from 237 once again. Okay, so click on the click the cursor on 237 line, click on debugger and click on go to statement here. Okay, the cursor came to 237 line. Now click on F5 button. Okay, F5 button. Now VBRP is coming here. Okay, VBRP. This is ITVBAP and VBRP also. I will take the screenshot. This is a VBRP. And here I will do some changes here. So here 2 quantity is coming. Okay, sales document number 4977, item number 20. Okay, item number 20. And here what I'm doing, I will take it. Okay, I will change to 1 only here. Okay, I will change to 1 only here. So how to change this value? Just select that one and click on this tool symbol and click on edit button or change selected row is there. Just double click on that one. Okay, so you can edit that row. Okay, here I am taking 1. Okay, here I am taking 1. Fine. Now what I will do, I will insert. I want to insert one more row. Okay, I want to insert one more row here. Just click on this tool symbol here, and here append or insert is there. Okay, append or insert is there. So append means, one more row will add here. Insert means by using, for example, I want to copy this line, second line, right? So at that time I will go for insert row here. Okay, so the target row and the table row. Okay, I will take here the second one.